Welcome to another episode of CMMC Level by Secure Operating Solutions. I'm Alex Omeke from Secure Operating Solutions, and in this episode here, we're going to show you the quick and simple way of sharing with an external party without going through too many hoops and making it too hard on yourself. And make sure you check out our CMMC Level 1 solution at cmmc-level.com. 1.5 is coming, where it's the same lockdown environment, but you'll have end-to-end encryption as well. So perfect for level 2 starter. All right, so here we go. Let's say you have a shared drive, split screen, by the way. This is the shared drive from the admin side, and this is the user in the FCI group. So let's say you have a shared drive, and kind of show you some of the settings. Right, first of all, you can check this box if you want to share with certain people or however you want to do it, because you still have contributors where if you have an external allowed group, they can still, download, copy, and print. All right. So I just did it like this for you guys to see everything. All right. So you have your shared drive. And before we share out anything, I want you to just kind of see how it's put together. All right. Here's the groups. This FCI group is where it has 2 users. And one of the users is BB, which is right here. That's this user. Okay. So now you know that they're in the group, in the right OU. And let's go into the actual Google Drive settings. Go into apps, drives, and docs. And then from here, there's a few sharing settings I would like you to see. Now, we're using test OU for all of this. And now the trust rules are a great way that Google has to really lock this down. I mean, I usually use that, but in this easy way, this is the most uncomplicated to me, just to use the old school without even going to the trust rules. You can go into share options, and I just turned it off, but allowed only certain domains. Here's the 2 domains I'm allowing, which is Secure Operating Solutions and mysos.shop. Okay. That's pretty much it. That's the main thing I want you to see there. And there's one more setting, shared drive creation. So I like to really lock it down. So we'll start at the top where you see I prevent users from even creating shared drives in the organization. Because if you look here, there should be an option to create shared drives, and I'll show you on this side. See? And it's gone. Okay, so back to it. So they can't even do that in this group, first of all, which is great. I allowed overrides for managers to still, do things that they need to do. We're going to go ahead and allow content managers to share folders. Now, sometimes, depending on if you want to share with that company, which is, this is zero trust. So we can share with only that company in this situation. Let the business define that. So now you know how it's set up. All right, let's go into the drive. We're going to give access to the FCI group where BB's at, manage members. Let's go. Right. I don't need to notify because we're looking right. We're actually logged in, so there's no need to notify. And here, see, it appears real time. All right, they now have access. And as you see, now it says shared drive. But what's cool is you still can't add a shared drive. It's grayed out, can't do anything. I want you to see the settings too. Shared drive settings. Yeah, everything's grayed out. Except this one, right? So let's say BB from this group wants to go inside and share this folder. They right click, share, and I already added this. Let me see if I can remove access. That'll be cool if I can. Okay, so the access is gone. So let's say I want to share it with somebody who's not in the allowed group. Let's say John at example.com. All right. See what happens. I'll try to share with John. No need to notify. Even make John an editor or whatever. Here we go. CMMC level prohibits sharing with John because they're not in the allowed domain. All right. Now let's share with somebody who's in the allowed domain. And I can make Alex an editor if I want him to, mess around with the file, or I can make him view where he can't download anything. So you as the company can kind of decide what you want to, how you want to share it out. So let's just say he's viewer only, and his share. External, who owns the item, encourage caution when sharing externally. Share anyway. So bottom line is it does work. As you see, it went through. We can log in as Alex and prove it, but I'm sure it went through because it would have got blocked. And he's showing up. If you go back into settings, where is that at? To share, and he'll just be in there as viewer. Bam. Okay. And we can remove access as you saw earlier. So again, this is probably the simplest way of just manipulating how you share with external people through the groups, through the, both sides, who's allowed, through the settings in Drive. But now you kind of got a high level of how to really look at it and figure out how you want to share. It can be certain folders for certain people, certain shared drives. Make sure you check us out. The solution is CMMC Level 1. You can find it at cmmc-level1.com. It's probably the most simplest, most affordable, and quickest way to get CMMC Level 1 compliant. And again, we do have the 1.5, which is the same lockdown environment, zero trust. But the only difference is it has end-to-end encryption when it comes to Drive and email, where you can fully own it. And other than that, hey, more to come later. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be talking to you.